We have found this Nissan museum in Tokyo, in Japan. This is wild. They got GTRs galore all down here. There's like hundreds and hundreds of classic cars around, but I wanted to take you guys on a tour of this place. I haven't been able to find much more information on here. I've been trying to come here for about 3 to 4 years. I'm finally here. It's so exciting. Let's go take a look at some of the cars they have here. So first up, we've got this Nissan Skyline R34 GTR M-Spec Nur. This is a beautiful example, very, very clean. Maybe it has like 1K on it, who knows, maybe it was brand new from factory. We've got this Nissan Stage here, 260 RS, and this runs the RB26D TT, the same as the R33 motor, and they are manual, a perfect family wagon. Got another Stage here, they just have all sorts that have been made throughout the years. We're gonna come take a look at some of the race series they have. There's just all sorts, and see some of these ones as we come down here. Like, that would have been so much fun going around the track in these cars, and some of them have some awesome history and bangs and stuff around them. Take a look at that, all the shapes. I was telling one of the guys before, it would be so much fun to have taken one of these on the track. Look at that engine, it's serious, man. That is so cool. You got these Datsun 240Zs. These are real race cars that they've obviously salvaged, that haven't been totally written off. I don't think that's going to buff out, but how cool is it just sitting right there? Got some more right down here. This is an awesome shape as well. Look how this is finished. This is, what one's these? This must be like 1974 or something on this shape. But look at the front. Man, this is pretty cool. It kind of looks like an old school Toyota Celica, but this is a Nissan 200SX, one of the really old ones. And right next to it is a Fair Lady, obviously race cars, and the baby Godzilla. Look how awesome is this one. Full rally spec right there. And this is awesome. I actually saw one of these at the USS Tokyo auctions. Not the obviously exact type of one, but it was just a full body kitted one, and they just look sick. And that march right there, that is cool. And over here, is this not the best Nissan Leaf you've ever seen? If I was going to own a Nissan Leaf, an EV vehicle, I think I would own this one and drive this on the street. Look at that. The kit on it just looks amazing. And right here, we've got a GT500 Skyline. That is just amazing. Got a whole heap more race Skylines right down there. Some of the boring cars, we're not going to pay attention to those. We're going to carry on down to look at some of these race ones. Look at this, man. Imagine driving one of these, racing around the track. Back in the day, it would have been awesome. However, before we carry on down here, I did want to show you one of these EV vehicles. So this EV here was released in 1991. So it's crazy that the technology was around. And this one right here, we saw an introductory video of the Nissan Heritage Museum of where we're at. And this here is the EV as well, which is cool that they had the technology back then. When I was in the Honda Museum, it was the same thing. They had a hydrogen vehicle, they had EV vehicles that were released in the early 90s. Let's go carry on, we'll take a look at some of these more of these race cars. So besides all these ones we have right here, in the corner you got an R35, you got a 350Z, R34 Skyline. This is pretty cool. Let's take a look around this one, and we'll go look down the back and come around the front, because these are pretty special to see these in person. Too bad some of these aren't going to be ever raced again. They're just going to spend the rest of their days around here. But like you can see right there, the R34, got the 35, the 350Z, and the R34 right there. These are pretty cool. They're P11 Primeras. They were used in the early 90s in the British race touring. Awesome cars. We've got some more special ones as we come down here. This is just wild. This is just like the race part of it. You got the classic cars that they first released, the special GTR sports cars over here. Like you got the R35 GTRs, man, 350Zs. There's just literally every cool car that would have had an awesome result in the race series over the years. If you ever come to Japan, you want to come here. The thing that I learned about this place, I tried to come here for about 4 years, and you can't just show up and go for a tour. You have to actually book it in. Fortunately, I had a Japanese staff member that works for me. He sorted it all out for me. But if you ever want to come to this place, you've got to book nearly about a month or two in advance to get an opportunity to come here. The pinnacle, man. We've got a whole heap of old school Skylines here. This car here is pretty special. This is a mid-42 Nissan. It looks identical to a Honda NSX. They ran the 300ZX twin turbo motor. Nissan never released it, but Honda a few years later released the Honda NSX. Pretty crazy, eh? You got the iconic R32 Skylines. We got a 4-door R32 all-tech Skyline in the Millennium J color, and it runs the RB26 DE motor. That's so cool. Got a few more cool cars down here. We've got the Pulsars. This is pretty cool. So these are Nismo Nissans. What is this? This is a Sunny RZ and another Sunny. This is a 305 RE Nismo. I've never heard of these cars before, but definitely this black one, I would rock that. That is so sick. And over here, I saw some Silvias before. Clean, original S15 Silvias right there. Spec cars. And we got what, a 180 SX, and we got this S13. I love this green color. You just don't see them that much anymore, but this one is stunning. Maybe has no Ks on the clock, who knows. The old school Silvia right there as well. Over here we have a Fair Lady, we got a 280 ZX, and we got the iconic 240Z. And as you can see, there's just a selection of so many of the old school Skylines here. This one here is pretty rare as well. What model is this? This is the 2000 GTR. This shape, like, you just don't see them anymore, even compared to the Hakosuka, which is my favorite car. This one here, it's just amazing to see one in person. Like, you just don't actually see them. You see the more base model, the 2000 GTs, but not that GTR shape. And I love how they got the wide flares on them as well. That is so cool. And down here, got a few more Pulsars. It goes through all the ages at this place. So if you ever come to the Nissan Heritage, or come to Tokyo, come to the Nissan Heritage Museum. There's just so many gems. If you're into the performance cars like the GTRs, the base model cars, Datsun history, they actually have it all. This is by far the best museum that I've ever found in Japan. I've been to the Honda one and now at the Nissan one, which I just love to be here. Now we got the old school trucks. They're pretty awesome. They carry so much history. You got all the prints. So back in the day, there was Datsun, there was Prince, and then Nissan obviously were around. Nissan took over from Datsun, and they also took over from Prince. And the Prince, what we saw through the video, all the Prince designs and stuff, basically Nissan took them on board, and they ended up designing some of the sick fronts that you see on these classic cars. If you spin around, before we carry on, we've got a couple 240Zs. So this is something I didn't actually know in the 240Z. This is just a basic model. This one is a Z432, which is just a super special one. This one has, I think it's a six-cylinder motor. Was it 160 horsepower on this one? This was pretty crazy. It says a buy price on this particular rare model was 1.85 million yen. Back in the day, that would have been a lot of money. Well, the Datsun 2000, the Datsun 1600, got the Fair Lady, and my favorite car is right here, a GTR Hakosuka. This car is beautiful. So stoked to see one of these. And right here is the 2000 GTX, and next to it is another Skyline, but it's the four-door one. By far my favorite is that Hakosuka. We got another 2000 GT, old school GTR, the four-door ones. That's pretty much the first one that started the whole GTR era before it went on to the Hakosuka. This is pretty funny. So Datsun designed this vehicle for children to drive to the park. There's probably about 100 of them made. This one was fully restored. But would you let your 8-year-old kid jump in a car? This is a 2-speed auto and just cruise around. Like, I don't think that's going to do much like support if you're going to smack into people or trees for a little kid. It doesn't even have seatbelts on it, man. This is totally not safe. I can see why Nissan stopped production of these and not let kids drive on the road. But that is just cool as. So again, I'm so stoked that I had the opportunity to come to the Nissan Heritage Museum in Tokyo, Japan. I highly recommend that you come here. You have to book about a month or two in advance. This is an amazing opportunity to see all these classic cars in one place, the GTRs, the race cars, all sorts. So look, hope you guys like that video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel. I'll catch you guys on the next video.